Odisha is a land blessed by the bounties of nature. Farming and related agribusiness remains the primary occupation of the people of the state. They continue to live in harmony with nature, with unique cultural expressions that connect them to Mother Earth. With her hard-working people and an abundance of natural resources, Odisha has remarkable growth potential. For Odisha to reach its desired developmental goals, it is critical that people here get their basic right of food security. This calls for an effective implementation of the National Food Security Act 2013.
National Food Security Act is being implemented in Odisha with an objective to cover the eligible beneficiaries. Now, we have gone for a new database, new enumeration, primarily because there were a lot of errors in the existing ration card database of exclusion and inclusion, and of course fake and duplicate ration cards. Now, this is a very huge exercise.
To meet this express need, the government of Odisha, in collaboration with the World Food Programme, started a concerted attempt to implement the National Food Security Act in Odisha. For this, it was critical to transform the Targeted Public Distribution System, or TPDS.
And here in this screen also you will find different 4 types of lists.
To aid in this transformation, the WFP helped the government of Odisha to launch a comprehensive project called E-Bitaran. This is a digitized and streamlined distribution system of essential goods to people who actually deserve it. It wasn't easy. New ration cards have not been issued in Odisha for close to 20 years. The target was to create a strong and effective social safety net that caters to over 85 lakh families using a network of over 28,000 fair price shops. Through the system, it was expected to allocate new, high-tech ration cards to 78% of the total population of the state. To start with, benefits of the scheme were conveyed to the people across the state with mass-scale awareness building using both traditional media and innovative methods. Gram panchayats from some of the most remote villages held awareness meetings so that people would come forward to register their names. The target was to touch lives everywhere, including urban slums. Sumitra heads a slum dweller family in Cuttack. After the death of her parents, the responsibility of her family came upon her. Despite her job in a local factory, getting 2 square meals a day became a tough challenge.
आमर पैसा जदि बंचिबो हम समस्ते चाहंती जे ताको पिला मानको पाठ पढ़ा खर्च भी अधिक उठुची आ रेशन कार्ड मिलले समस्तंकर भलो हबो आ आमर जो करेंट आसिया पई हम फॉर्म भी अप्लाई कर पाइबो पानी भी आसीबो.
Sumitra registered for her ration card. Without doubt, she is a valid and genuine candidate for the TPDS scheme. But yes, to ensure that the real needy ones like her actually get the benefits, Odisha needed a watertight, end-to-end transformation solution.
It's a very critical item because the kind of subsidy that we are giving in this, it's substantial. It is almost 90%, more than 90% subsidy is being administered on this. So, targeting of the beneficiary is crucial to this. That is why we wanted to do it really thoroughly, so that those who need it must get it, and those who do not deserve it should be taken out of it.
The state-level task force of NFSA, under the chairmanship of the Development Commissioner, recommended the exclusion and auto-inclusion criteria. Everyone can apply for a ration card. their eligibility gets screened after running their names under 9 exclusion criteria. Ownership of registered motorized vehicles and fishing boats by a household, possession of mechanized agricultural equipment like tractors or harvesters, employment of any family member in the central or state government or public sector undertakings. This excludes incentive and honorarium based workers. Any member in the household earning more than Rs 10,000 in rural and more than Rs 15,000 in urban areas. Pensioners with family income worth more than Rs 10,000 in rural and more than Rs 15,000 in urban areas. Ownership of registered manufacturing or servicing enterprises with the government. Payment of income tax or professional tax. Average monthly consumption of electricity worth 300 units and a domestic electric connection with a load of 2 kilowatt or more. Families owning houses with pakka walls and roof and 3 or more rooms. Under NFSA 2013, any household covered under any one of these 9 exclusion criteria would have to be kept out of the scope of the program. However, if they fall within the auto-inclusion criteria, they are still eligible. The 5 auto-inclusion criteria are households without shelter, households with destitute living on alms, households of primitive tribal groups, households having a widow pension holder, and households having persons with 40% or more disabilities. Srimanto, a daily age worker from an urban slum in Cuttack, doesn't find work every day. He wants to ensure enough food for his family, but however hard he tries, he can't always afford the high price of essential household commodities in the open market.
आम रोजगार जहाँ करूँ पिला छुआ पाठ भी तादे पढ़ी पार्न ठीक है खाया पीबार तो असुविधा सब पैसा खर्च हो जाऊँ सरकार जब कार्ड आम गोटे मिलता आम भी 2 पैसा रखिकी छुआ पिला अधिका पाठ पढ़ी पार.
Srimanto visited the local panchayat to inquire about his eligibility for a ration card. Thousands of disadvantaged families like that of Srimanto are now applying for the card. Anganwadi workers are helping applicants fill the registration forms.
लोग रजिस्ट्रेशन करेंगे, अपना नाम पंजीकरण कराएंगे और उसके बाद एक एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म लेंगे. एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म में आईडी प्रूफ भर के उसमें आईडी प्रूफ दे के उनको पंचायत में आके फॉर्म देना है. उसके बाद उनका रजिस्ट्रेशन वो ब्लॉक में वेंडर के द्वारा उनका एप्लीकेशन स्वीकार होके उनको एक्नॉलेजमेंट स्लिप मिलेगा.
Srimanto already has this acknowledgement slip, but getting a slip does not ensure a ration card. Eligibility of the applicants needs to be validated by comparing with an integrated National Population Register or NPR created by mapping external government databases.
We are following a very systematic and well-planned method for the beneficiary identification in Odisha. The applicant forms are digitized at the Central Digitization Center and then mapped to the National Population Register. The merged list is deduplicated based on demographics, National Population Register, Aadhaar, EPIC IDs, etc.
Aided by WFP's expertise, the project faced numerous challenges effectively using innovative planning and processes. For instance, there were mismatches between the applicant's database and the integrated NPR database. To mitigate this challenge real-time, statuses of concerned applicants were physically verified by designated officials.
The list is then mapped to 7 other government sources databases like income tax, vehicle registration, etc. The resultant list is also then superimposed with socio-economic caste census data as relevant to the exclusion and inclusion criteria followed in Odisha. The applicants excluded in the list are then sent again for a verification in the field to assure whether they are actual duplicants. The applicants who are included on some parameters but have been excluded on some other parameters are also sent for physical verification at district, block and village levels. Applicants with errors in the information that they have provided in the application forms are also sent for field verification and corrections.
In this project was identifying the
beneficiaries. So we had to go deep into the surveys, what had been done previously. We sorted it out through the AWWs. They were all previously recouped by the government to just help the peoples out of this problem.
The government of Odisha has also launched a voluntary withdrawal scheme that has been initiated so that people who do not require grains for PDS can actually voluntarily withdraw their applications.
The draft list of eligible beneficiaries gets cross-checked by the Gram Sabha or Ward Sabha and approved by the Panchayat Samitis and ULB committees for finalization.
The resultant draft list is then displayed for public scrutiny in public portals, Gram Sabhas and Panchayats. The cleared list of applicants following all the procedures above is then issued new ration cards as per the NFSA guidelines.
E-Bitaran is designed to be a unique system that covers every aspect of the PDS with end-to-end computerization. From digitization of relevant databases to computerization of supply chain management systems till the setting up of a transparency portal, a grievance redressal mechanism, and finally, automation of the fair price shops.
Because of much improved beneficiary identification, because of better enrollment and so on, we are now sure that the system targets all households who really need subsidized basic food commodities. Moreover, the system will be much more efficient and transparent and accountable, meaning that the entire supply chain will be accounted for. Because of the end-to-end computerization, all food supplies at all levels are known to everybody, and because of that you will avoid lots of losses.
Transparency is the greatest asset of the program. The final lists of beneficiaries are put up on public domain. Once their eligibility gets firmly established from all quarters, bar-coded ration cards are issued to the beneficiaries. For people like Sushmita, a daily wage labourer with no family support but a child to feed, this is almost like a dream come true.
ration card do chaulota mili gale seita mane kichita paisa aniki jetobale kaam korchu kichita paisa aniki rakhi paile chua bhavishyata chuankar path padiya mo kharcha medicine kharcha chuanka pai bhalo manda seita banchi paribo.
To create an absolutely watertight system of beneficiary identification, the government of Odisha took a number of unique and innovative measures. Nodal officers and verifying officials engaged at registration centres, focused institutional arrangements at all levels, capacity building at all levels from district to Gram Panchayat, close monitoring of the process and its outcomes, streamlined data cleaning, and easy access to compendium of policy and guidelines, simple and easy to follow instructions for smooth conduct of operation. Sumitra has already received her ration card. Her savings have improved after she has started getting several essential commodities at subsidized rates. This is not just a card for her. This high-tech new card is a firm acknowledgement of her existence, a confidence building tool.
आमे जे रेशन कार्ड मिलिबो जो पैसा जो बळिबो से पैसा रे आमे मो भाई बहन दिजो पढ़ा खर्च करबी आ जति पैसा बळिबो भविष्य पे रखबी.
Just giving the card isn't enough. There has to be a follow-up system to ensure that the process continues in a streamlined manner. That is where the Ration Card Database System or RCMS gets useful. Through the system, it will be easier to accept fresh applications, additions, deletions, mutations and replacement of lost and damaged ration cards. Odisha is looking forward to a more streamlined system of public distribution. Right now, TPDS in Odisha covers about 85 lakh families. Through the new process of beneficiary identification, this number is expected to be reduced to about 72 lakh families, resulting in a more effective distribution.
दीर्घ 22 वर्ष पर राज्य रे पीडीएस हिताधिकारी चयन प्रक्रिया आरंभ होइछि एवं एही चयन प्रक्रिया माध्यम रे योग्य हिताधिकारी किभଳି भाबरे पीडीएस सामग्री पाइबे एवं अयोग्य हिताधिकारी किभଳି भाबरे बाद पड़िबे सेति पर्याप्त पदक्षेप निया जाइछि। मोर गभीर विश्वास ଜାତୀୟ ଖାଦ୍ୟ ସୁରକ୍ଷା ଆଇନ ରାଜ୍ୟରେ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟକାରୀ ହେଉଥିଲା ବେଳେ ରାଜ୍ୟ ସରକାର ଏହାକୁ ସଫଳ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟାପ୍ତ ପଦକ୍ଷେପ ନେଇଛନ୍ତି। ଏହି ବିଶାଳ ପ୍ରକ୍ରିୟାରେ ଆସନ୍ତୁ, ସମସ୍ତେ ସାମିଲ ହୁଅନ୍ତୁ ଏବଂ ଏହାର ସଫଳତାର ବାର୍ତ୍ତା କିଭଳି ଭାବରେ ଓଡ଼ିଶାର ହଜାର ହଜାର ଜନସାଧାରଣଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ପହଞ୍ଚିବ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର ସହଯୋଗ କାମନା କରୁ।
Odisha's rapidly transforming TPDS proves beyond any doubt where there is a will, there will always be a way. The new system is fast emerging as an exemplary and remarkable instance of cutting-edge technology joining hands with efficient governance.
Hunger or the food insecurity worldwide, where approximately a third of the problem of food insecurity in the world is in India. And that's why India is important for the global fight against hunger and to achieve the goals stated by the Secretary General of the United Nations to achieve zero hunger in our lifetime. Without having India achieving zero hunger, the world will not achieve it.
With people participating in huge numbers and with awareness building, Odisha is fast becoming a success story of inclusivity. Sumitra can now afford to spend money on fruits, a luxury she could not have imagined before. Shrimanto has started spending quality time with his children. Sushmita spends her spare time building awareness among other village women about the benefits of the high-tech card. And there are thousands of others like them. This strong social security net is touching their lives and filling them up with hope. Thousands of beneficiaries in Odisha are now inspired. They are gearing up for a better tomorrow. Thanks to e-Bitaran in the targeted public distribution system, food security does not seem like an impossible dream in Odisha. Not anymore.